The Lions of Teranga, they officially roared louder than the Lions of Mesopotamia in, of course, Iraq. They found the back of the net on 5. We speak of them finding 5 goals in this game here today. That first goal came at the critical phase of the game. It's in the first 5 minutes. It comes exactly in the third, and it's Sek that finds this.
When you come to such competitions, you are expecting all players to become leaders and to rise to the occasion when it's needed. So perhaps he saw that some of the players might not be in the right mindset and ready to be able to deliver on the level that he needed them to. So also, I think it also, speaking of the changes, the goalkeeper as well, I think he also performed exceptionally well, given that the #1 goalkeeper was injured. So he got the opportunity, he stepped up, which also creates a positive competition amongst the players, because they know that if you don't show up, there's somebody else. So ideally, the coach now is going to sit with quality in depth of the squad, because everyone is ready and will be able to deliver at any given point.
But Figo, also this moment for Sek the emotion goes way beyond.
I think it's a bold decision to make. Probably he might have been called maybe to leave camp if the incident happened, during the World Cup. But for him to perform at that level, for me, and I think I'd break down, but for
we've
him,
seen the stories. You've got players saying, I want to go back home because my wife is going to give birth, and a lot of backlash coming there. I mean, we saw the youngster as well from Belgium having that kind of situation. But it shows us that football is more than just the celebration, the enjoyment. There's a purpose for so many beyond just the game.
It's emotional, V. I think I can also relate, because back when I was playing, I also lost my mom, and I was called into camp a week later. So I think also it's a balance where you need to understand where you are in the space. But more than anything, it's a psychological aspect, because as a player, to be able to make such a decision that I have this emotional situation that is affecting, the people that are my support system, and I also have this situation where now, as a nation, there's some dependency, people looking at me to be able to rise up. So I think it's always a balance, but very good in the leadership that is shown from all the players all across the tournament, to be able to show that they are here, but they also understand that I also need to take care and have proper balance between, my personal life, which is the support system, the social aspect, and also the football, which is basically my job that puts food on the plate and sustains everybody else that surrounds me.
Indeed, and that was, of course, also a Jeremy Doku who wanted to leave the Belgium. And also very unfortunate for an Iqbal, because until that point, he was possibly one of the most solid players for Iraq.
Yeah. I was saying that I would have loved to see him play when they had a full team on. Yeah. And maybe if they also had played an open game earlier on, because I think technically he's quite good. Yeah. And I think he plays his football out there in the Netherlands. Papa Gueye. And Papa Gueye, like I said, some my player like Azalwa Nayo. We are one of short Guti. It's something that he's used to doing. It's second nature, man. And he packs a powerful shot.
That was brilliant. I think, again, Linda, coach has got great depth, because all the substitutes, they came and had an impact, change of game. So that means there's great competition. And for me, I think if he keeps it like this is the first game for them in the World Cup. We could even see them in the final, Linda.
You are then ready to decide on what to do. What's your next move? So now I think maybe them being one man down could have played a part. Again, to the defending. You can't defend for 90 minutes, taxing on the legs.
They did come into this game with a -3 goal difference, but they found the back of the net on 5 occasions. Massive improvement there in terms of that goal difference, and as things stand, they will qualify as one of the 8 teams that will progress as one of the best third finishers. But of course, still more action to come tomorrow that they'll have to wait to see whether or not they make it into the round of 32. Let's take you through to an ad break. When we return, we find out who the player is that walks away as the man of the match in this 5-0 victory for the Lions of Teranga. The Lions of Teranga just securing themselves a 5-0 victory in their last group game out in Group I, that coming up against Iraq out at the Toronto Stadium. Let's now tell you a little bit about the man of the match. Of course, you can sign up on the carlingpredictor.com for your chance at champion prizes. Made for Champions Carling Black Label. It's the official beer of the FIFA World Cup 2026. Now, South Africa, be sharp. not for sale to persons under the age of 18. And as we mentioned that note, we go to the man of the match in tonight's clash, and that is
Papa Gueye.
Papa Gueye, absolutely indeed. Give me your thoughts on Papa Gueye walking as man of the match.
In no way, obviously, then surprised the Senegal with the 3-2 victory. But what Senegal have done today, I think that it puts them in a good contention for being part of the best number 3, 8 best number 3 teams. Because now with their goal difference, they're on a +2. And South Korea were also the team that was, contending for that spot.
Sitting and waiting.
But now they're on a -1, so that means Senegal are above them. And I think Senegal could go on, if they do qualify for the best number 3 in this group. They can go on and be a surprise package, It's not how you start. We've seen so many teams in the tournament not start well, but go on to finish off.
Including South Africa.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm thinking they would go on into this tournament and just grow. You could just see now, about now the depth that the coach has, so many players were benched. He made like 5 subs in this match.
Yeah.
So that now speaks to the depth of the squad.
Yeah. For me, a tournament, I think it's not a race like a sprint. It's a marathon, and anything can happen, because always when you look at the stats, when you look on paper, you always have the favorites. But the reality is that when we get on the field, you have a lot of aspects, all of elements that are playing for you, against you. You have the crowd, you have the weather, you have the conditioning, the mental and psychological of the players. So I think it's still open for anybody to be able to still make it into the last 18.
Maestro, always a pleasure. Figure, it was nice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. Ningizimu Africa, from myself, and the rest of our team. Have yourselves a very good night. And